Hello, my spooky friends. I hope you are doing wonderful and having a fantastic day. I am using cotton and liquid latex and my homemade blood in order to make this bloody clown. If you'd like to learn how to make your own blood, you can see the description below. I'll have that linked to the tutorial that'll take you on how to make 5 different types of blood. So without anything else, let's just go ahead and get into the makeup. To begin, I customized this wig that I purchased from Spirit Halloween. I took some white hairspray and I made sure to have some spikes, and I got that put into place. I used white all over so that the other colors would show up, and the colors that show up the most were pink and green for this look. But with just a little bit of hairspray and some additional hairspray with color gave me this look for this clown. I'm using an Elmer's glue stick to block out my eyebrows this time. I'm not concerned about color blocking as much as just getting the texture to go away. After a few layers and some concealer, I use some powder and I press those into the skin to make them flat. And using some clear liquid latex, you can find this latex in the description below. It does dry clear. And here I'm mapping out these shapes on my face. I've had several pencils break, that's why you see different colors. So I am shopping for new pencils. If you have any recommendations for me, please let me know. And keeping with some classic basic shapes, I'm just using diamonds above the eyebrows and below for the overall look today. With a Q-tip and some liquid latex, I go over the lines that I placed in for my shapes, and with several strips of cotton, I go in and put that on top of the latex. And if you will pat your latex into your cotton, press it down and glide, you'll have a much better transition, and the cotton will not pull up as bad as if you were tapping and releasing. So going in, and I'm slowing this down so you can see it's not that much precision when doing this look, because this is going to mimic the skin like if it was cut out of the face, so it's a little bit more forgiving. So this look is very fun to do, and I think it's a really good one to get used to using cotton and liquid latex. I'm using jumbo cotton balls because they unravel a lot easier than the smaller ones, so save yourself some grief and pick up the jumbo cotton and peel those before you start dipping into latex, because things will get sticky on your hands. And if you're working with latex and you touch it at all, I'm just telling you right now to protect your clothing, protect your hair, because it will not come out. And also, this is what's going to happen if you get it on your fingers. Just constantly rub those together and peel that off. And sometimes you can use those pieces later on. I keep everything when I use cotton and liquid latex because I can always use that for another look. Here I am using a sponge because it absorbs more product, and I'm making sure that that outside edge of the cotton is pushed down more so than the inside. We still want that inside to be raised so it looks like a deep cut into the face. And you can see I'm continuing to use my wedge sponge. Now I find that when I use this for other looks, or I get a little bit of product or color or something, that you can always cut the edge of that sponge and continue to use it until you run out of space to use it comfortably. If you'll notice that there's a line that went a little bit wonky in the design about the triangle up underneath, you can manipulate that latex and cotton before it dries, so don't worry about precision on that. You can manipulate it a little bit later. And here I'm going in with some more liquid latex and cotton to create that killer cut mouth look on this design, and a little bit more cotton, a little bit thicker, since the tissue in the face is thicker in the cheeks than it is up onto the eyes. So I kind of keep that in mind when I'm doing certain looks about how thick and how thin I want my edges. I am using another piece of cotton to create that gap in between the skin. That gap is where we're going to put most of the color, but I continue to tap in my liquid latex, tap and glide with a sponge so that it does not come up as easy. And again, going over to the other side, you can see where you have had what I call these Bob Ross's happy little accidents. So if you have some liquid latex that doesn't come down all the way, you can use that to look like stretched or pieces of skin hanging off. So again, I continue to tap and glide with my liquid latex. To mimic skin on the nose that's peeled back for this look, I'm going in with a Q-tip and some liquid latex, building up a little bit more on the edges instead of using cotton. Just keep continuing to use liquid latex because we're going to peel the inside of the nose and pull that back for the loose and cut skin effect. And today I am using cream paints along with grease paint. This grease paint is black, so I go in and I make sure to cover all the areas inside the cotton and liquid latex, and I go in with some eyeshadow and I tap that over to make it opaque and to also set it. For my lips, I'm just using a satin black lipstick. This will smudge throughout the night. You eat or drink, it will come off and it will just add to the overall look later on. And I set that also with some black eyeshadow. Using my Indi Cosmetics Face Base in White. I absolutely love this stuff. No streak, no cracking, and it feels so good on the skin and it's easy to get off. It's just a wonderful product, but do check Indi Cosmetics out. They make an entire line of colored foundations. And I go in and I place this all over, making sure that I cover up that cotton and liquid latex. And it's okay if you don't have total precision. If some of the white gets into the black, again, it's just going to add to the overall look. 'Cause I don't think that this clown cares about anything. Am I right? I'm setting that with some loose translucent powder I picked up from Shop Miss A. It is the dollar store of makeup. You'll absolutely love it. So do check out the links in the description below. Save yourself some time and money, especially if you're looking to get into makeup and practice. It's a great way to get the products you need without having to spend a lot of money. Going in with some cream red, I'm just using that to rake across the cotton and liquid latex to bring out the textures in it. And this cream red is what is available at Walmart this year. I noticed that they did not carry, where I'm at, they did not carry any water-based paints. So with some tweezers and a little bit of time, I go through and I start to peel back that very thin layer of liquid latex that I put onto the nose. One of the reasons I like to use several different mediums is so that you can see the performance of both. It also keeps me mindful about how they actually perform, and also it helps me use some older products. And going in with some cream paint, I color the skin over on the nose, get that colored in. Using some red eyeshadow, I'll go in and contour around the outside of the cotton and liquid latex just to give it that beveled raised look, give it more of dimension. And this is the strawberry palette from ColourPop. Going in with some Scab Blood, I place that around the edges and the textures and inside the black. I picked this up from Spirit Halloween this year. It is a little bit more difficult to move over the face, but it is sticky and tacky, so be sure that you have a thin coating of it on the eyelids. You don't want anything to stick and be wide open, and it's just very uncomfortable to wear. So I push that in around the areas I want this to look old, into the gash into the side of the face, on the smile, and you can see that it sets up and it will not move, and it will continue to stay shiny throughout the rest of the night. So have fun with this. Place your clots and your scab wherever you want it to be, and it's another forgiving part of this look, and it's just fun to create and get used to using a product like this. But also I am going to go in with my homemade Scab Blood. Now this one's a little bit darker and it moves over and glides over the skin a little bit easier. And if you want to know how to make Scab Blood, please check out the description below. I'll have that linked on how to make your own Scab Blood. Mine is made with Vaseline, so it's less sticky and it doesn't smell like some of the other products, and you can see that it's darker, and I push that into the deeper areas on the sides of the face that has the cutout mouth. For that extra flap of skin that you see me cut in the intro of the video, I'm taking just a couple of pieces of cotton liquid latex that I did not use for the look and placing them until I get some area that folds over so it mimics skin. And for my knife, I actually just went through with some cotton doused in liquid latex and put that over the knife. And please do not use a real knife like this if you're going to be out and around a lot of people. It's just me here in my studio, and I'm aware that it's very sharp, and I go in and I paint it white because I want that skin from the clown look. And also with my darker Scab Blood, I put that over the edge, that way it doesn't move off the knife and it stays in one spot and it continues to look wet. Throwing some blood onto a shirt I picked up at the Goodwill and purchasing this clown color from Spirit Halloween. This is the completed final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had an absolute wonderful time pushing out some more videos for the month of October, so I hope you have enjoyed them, and please tag me in your looks. I would love to see what you come up with for your killer clown. And if you'd like to see sneak peeks, behind the scenes footage, or vote on my next look, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Those links are below. Please have a happy and a safe Halloween, and until I see you guys next time, bye.